Yo, this is your boy Black Seal back. Updates with a complexity piece talking about the Until It Tears trilogy. Now, Until It Tears trilogy is a trilogy with conceptual poetry. Now, conceptual poetry is basically poetry that is talking about real life situations, situation you're going through, circumstance, issues, things that people are going through that basically you react to or put yourself in that kind of position. Now, it's not the same as other poetry, because people can write poetry about flowers, people can write poetry about love, or people write poetry about abstract stuff. That's not conceptual, because conceptual, basically, you're going through a situation, you're going through a serious situation that has there's a reaction. What would you do? Like somebody's lost his keys and went to the police station to try to see if somebody found them, and they didn't. So now the guy's wondering how he's gonna drive to Minnesota the next day. That's conceptual. But just talking about how somebody lost the keys, that's not conceptual. That's just a written poem, in my eyes. So Until It Tears trilogy is a trilogy composed of 3 series. The first series is Psycho-Driven, which I'm going to be covering in this video. Second is Until It Tears, which is next video. And in the third series, the complete final, is Schizoprism. Or Schizoprism. I'm still trying to decide. Probably Schizoprism. Schizoprism, who knows? But that's the third series. Now, Psycho-Driven is a series of poems wrote about me going through a situation with a girl who basically said that she was pregnant by me while being in a relationship. She was this girl who was engaged, slept with me, and then later said she was pregnant by me. And the thing is that she didn't want to be with the guy she was with, so she was trying to break it off with him and then start something with me. But once I found out she was engaged, then I didn't want any part of that. I mean, if you're gonna sleep behind your dude's back and you're engaged to him, and then you want to come to me, why would I accept you? You're just proving to me that you can't be loyal. I was really messed up about that. Like, I really hated this girl. Like, after that, I'm like, why did you even sleep with me? Because I didn't know this. I've been speaking with the girl for months. The girl told me she lived by herself, and I had no idea she was living, the whole time, she was living with another guy. She was engaged to the guy, and this guy happened to be the father of her last kid. So that's the whole thing. And in the process, she gave me, I got, this is my midlife crisis. I mean, she gave me an STD, then, this girl told me she's pregnant, she gave me an STD, I turned around, gave STD to 2 other people, then I was having health problems, and gave STD to 2 other people, and this girl saying she's pregnant by me, and my baby mother was debating if she should stay in Atlanta or go to Miami with my daughter. So I had a lot of stuff going on. Now, the whole thing is, if my baby mother find out about this whole situation, more than likely she's going to go to Miami. So I had to deal with this without her knowing. I had to deal with this without my family knowing. There's been times where girls will try to say that they're pregnant by me, and I've got my family involved, or I've told my family about stuff like that before, But I've had ways of calculating and checking these things as if they're factual or fiction. So this whole thing really had me bogged down. I was really stressed out. And this girl is pressing me. this is your child, this is your child, this is your child. I never orgasmed in this girl, and like me and her was having sex. I didn't feel right about it, and was having unprotected sex. I pulled out because I was having unprotected sex. I did not want to continue, and then less than a month later, this girl was talking about I'm the father of her baby. I didn't orgasm, none of this stuff. So it came down to it. This girl's pressuring me. This girl's saying, "Look, I'm gonna have the baby. I'm gonna have the baby. I'm gonna have the baby." I felt so betrayed. I'm an Aquarius. As if you know Aquarius is, if you tell me something, it better be what it is. She told me she was single. She told me she wasn't seeing nobody. I didn't mind. If she was single and if she wasn't seeing anybody and if that's what it was, then I might have been by her side. More than likely would have been by her side. I wouldn't have left her hanging like that. But since she knowingly was with somebody, engaged to somebody, and then lied to me for over a half a year, that she wasn't seeing anybody, that she was single, that she lived by herself, I felt betrayed. Since I felt betrayed, I was giving her nothing but hell. Giving her shit. Bitch, get out of my face. Before I slap the shit out of you. That kind of treatment. She kept pushing me. And I did not want this situation to go down because of what was going on with my baby mother. And I wanted my daughter, to be here with me. I'd do anything for my daughter. Ultimately, I did. Ultimately, I agreed for her to get an abortion. She saw that there was no way of me being with her. I told her plain out blank that I was not going to be with her, period. No matter what she did, she would not have me. If she did have a baby, I told her, go down to the courts. I signed all my rights over, and all I am is a paycheck. Because I will not be seeing you. I will not have anything to do with that kid at all. At all. And that's how I felt. I was so stressed out. I had pills sitting on the table. Gin sitting on the table. I was suicidal. The medication that they had me taking for my health problems gave you suicidal thoughts. The medication was free, gave you suicidal thoughts. When I was taking that medication, I was on a whole nother level. Like every person I looked at, I was wanting to kill. And I had to take this medication for 2-3 weeks. So I was suicidal on this medication. I was going through all this shit. And I agreed to get an abortion. Now, I don't know if the kid was mine. I don't know if the kid's not mine. It could have been the husband's kid. I don't know. I didn't want to take that chance. So basically, the Psycho-Driven series is about me going through all of this. She comes over, fucks me, we have sex and all the other stuff. Then the next poem or so, fucking somebody else. Then after that, she's coming towards me, telling me she's pregnant and what she wants to do, and I'm giving her nothing but hell, and I'm just not riding with her. This is the kind of poetry that people need. There have been a lot of guys that I talked to that went through similar situations where a girl tried to trap them. She trapped me. But I can't say that it's just her fault. It's my fault too. So this is what happens when you don't use protection. This is what happens when you let your guard down and think people are true when they're not. So it's something I went through. I hate it. Like, there's birthday parties. It really gets to me at birthday parties. But these are the kind of poems that, this is the kind of poetry, dudes that are going through similar situations that don't know what to do, or they feel like they're the only ones, this kind of series speaks to them. Because now they feel like they're not alone. Now there's somebody else that's yelling at the wall. There's somebody else that's going through, drinking and beating their fist against the wall. Damn, God this, God that, This is a very bad situation. So in Psycho-Driven, I basically go toe-to-toe with this girl. Me and her go back and forth, and that's real situation. I've really been through this. It was when the committee was founded. Every day, every other day, I was on the phone with three of my other friends. We're talking about this every day, every other day. Update, update, update. They were coaching me through this. They were helping me deal with the situation by supporting me. I had a friend go up with me to the abortion clinic, and I feel real bad about this because see, the thing about me and my character as a real human being is that I'm very, very strong-minded. It takes a lot to beat me. And I was put in a situation, which is conceptual poetry. I'm put in a situation where there is no win. There is no right. Okay, if I keep the baby and be with this bitch that I don't like, that I'm not speaking to, a kid that I'm not involved with at all. I'm not involved with this motherfucker. I don't want him. I don't like him. Every time I look at this motherfucker, reminds me of the bitch that betrayed me. That kind of situation. And then I don't want to bring a kid into this world that I'm not going to take care of at all. I don't want that. I don't want that kid growing up, not ever seeing me, feeling abandoned, and having emotional issues. Because I have emotional issues. Can't you tell? So, I was in a lose-lose situation. There was no way to win this. And the choice that I made, I still don't like the choice that I made. A lot of my friends call me because I've been through so much shit, and I'm the one that can take a hit and keep the fuck on moving. That time, I lost. No way to win. There's no right. I lost, period. All the way around, I lost. I felt real bad about it. I still feel bad about it. So, that's what that deals with. On to the next episode then, huh?